Good morning, my beautiful people. How are you today? So, I've got my tea with me. Today it is a chamomile manuka honey mix. And I'm looking onto this beautiful pond. It's next to me. You can see the reflection here. Welcome to today's first video, which is day 1 of Paula's tea time, and it's obviously not the 1st of December, but it's okay because better late than never. There have been a lot of things on my mind this morning, but I really want to talk about sleep. I'll tell you something about my personal experience. So I fall asleep quite easily. Yeah, I go to bed, I fall asleep almost instantly. And then recently I've had this pattern that I wake up super early, like either around 3 or 4 or 5, 6. I wake up and I'm so awake. I feel genuinely like I could jump out of my bed and completely dance away, and I feel very awake, very refreshed, and very rested. And weirdly, I think to myself like, oh, like what are you supposed to do now? So I go back to bed. But I've noticed that when I'm doing that, especially also today, I wake up again with my alarm or another time. I wake up so much less rested and feeling very disrupted and not really restored. And I think it's because if I wake up with my alarm later, I don't wake up in my natural sleeping rhythm. What that also does, like if I go back to bed, I dream a lot. Like today, I dreamt a lot. So during the dream sleep, it feels like my body is not calm at all. I move a lot and I am not resting well. Yeah, so I feel like with this pattern, my body has definitely been trying to tell me that I should honor the first time I'm really waking up, even if it's at 4 a.m., because I feel like that's when my body has been fully restored and is ready to start the day and has closed all of the deep sleep cycles. I think it's a very interesting introspection that everybody individually can make. It changes too, like it changes from chapter to chapter what you're doing with your life, where you are. Like for me it changes with every time zone. So like what works for you? What works for you, when to wake up, when to go to sleep, but also waking up with an alarm or not, because for me alarms feel like they wake me up in the middle of my sleep cycle and then I feel even more tired. So I try to wake up, even if it's very early, with my natural rhythm. That being said, it's still very interesting to look at your dreams, I think, because for me today I had like 4 really, really, really interesting and really crazy dreams, but they were not crazy in the sense of they wouldn't make sense. They were like very pointing me to different situations that my mind is dealing with right now or that I'm thinking about a lot. So I'm gonna talk about this in another video. It's a fact that the dreams, they are kind of digesting what you're thinking about during the day, which is very interesting because if you are in some conflict that you don't know which decision to make, it's gonna probably show up in your dreams as well, like in another form. Like it's always a different form, but it's reflecting the pattern. And what I've also noticed, like patterns or identities from my past that are ready to be resolved or ready to be consciously reflected on, they will show up and they will show up over and over and over again. That's a lot of like for me. I sometimes wonder if other people also dream as much as I do. Because for me it's a whole world. Like, so what my takeaways are from the situation this morning is that going back to bed after I woke up perfectly awake is like resisting my own clarity. Like my body is already like, okay, we're ready, let's go. And I'm not honoring that, or at least I don't listen to it. So I really want to do that in the next days. Okay, so the light is coming. The day is coming. I'm inviting you to observe your sleeping pattern in more clarity. Observe how your sleep reflects your emotional state, how different sleeping patterns make us feel. Early mornings, how they make you feel, how it makes you feel if you stay up, like if you stay in bed for so long. Also, am I using that staying in bed longer to avoid something or to get more comfort? How does your sleep quality change if you feel like if your life situation is chaotic or your life situation feels grounded? What small morning rituals could I do to make the getting up feel more nurturing? For me, it's definitely getting a tea. To make getting up feel less heavy, I can really recommend a 20-minute waking up meditation from Dr. Joseph Spencer. It completely changes the energy that you wake up with and that you start your day with. Putting yourself in an energy of gratitude and of positivity and of presence, that shifts everything. It shifts the whole day. So for me, it's having my tea, journaling about 5 things that I'm grateful for every morning, and it helps me a lot. There are so many things to talk about when it comes to sleep and dreaming and mornings, because actually how we wake up in the morning with our energy, it has a huge effect on our whole day. Yeah, but for now, this is the video. I feel like we sometimes forget how deeply our sleeping rhythm affects us, our mood, our creativity, our energy, our clarity, and yeah, maybe we should listen more closely. I will. Thank you so much for being here and for listening to this first video. I'm still practicing. I'm still like getting the hang of this. But I really enjoy it. And I already wrote down some things that I've been thinking about for the next videos. Have a beautiful day. Please rest well. I hope I get to see you again. Mwah.